Alright, we're getting a break on tour here. So we're going to look for a pullback entry on tour. Risking that 1-4. What's the volume looking like on tour? It's actually not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some here, 145, risking that 1-4, preferably under 145. So wait for a little pullback entry on tour. And targets here, we'll say 1.5, 1.6. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative than my 1.6, 1.7. So we're looking for a move back over that high of day from pre-market. SPY breaking to the upside here, testing 405. And we've got a nice setup to work with here on tour as long as we can get some volume to come back in. Testing risk here on tour, 144 to 1.4. Not much follow through at all there, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm out of tour. And that pretty much put me red for the morning, pretty much back to break even. Just one of those things, it is what it is. The chart was there. Yeah, no, that was garbage. And you can even see on the 5-minute, we had a perfect setup there. We had a trend break over that 143 daily level. Just no follow through. So I'm going to go back to watching the watch list. We've got AVXL. If we can see strength over 12 again, I'll take some there. VERU showing some strength off lows. Pulling that up on my screens now just to keep an eye on it. Got $6 whole number support down there. Range to 646 to 680. Let's see what we got. Looks like Veru had earnings out this morning. Just watching it. Yeah, whenever you see, fewer gappers like we saw this morning, it's a pretty clear indication that we're going to have a slow morning. I'm watching Neo on this flush with the levels from the watch list. If we can see higher lows around this range, risking that 13. Maybe something to keep an eye on. I'm sitting back staying picky. Unfortunately, a little bit of a slower morning. Huge bounce there on Neo off that 1313 from the watch list. I didn't catch the entry there. I didn't want to try to catch a knife, but we met that entry criteria and then made a move back towards that target one. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't take the entry down there. Just not a whole lot of volume out there this morning, which sucks. Not a whole lot of momentum to play. Pretty much China has all of the volume today, which nobody really enjoys trading China's. Yeah, Dan, there's a difference though. Yeah, I'm watching very, just not a whole lot of volume on it, unfortunately. I mean, the volume is decent, but the price action is just kind of choppy. Not to mention you have support at $6, and we're right at that 6 level. Higher lows on Neo. I'm gonna keep on watching Neo. I do like the chart down here. I feel like we could get a move back towards that 1350, even a 1370. Just don't want to catch a falling knife, so I'm kind of waiting a little bit for some confirmation on it. But so far, 2 for 3 this morning. Took a loss on Tour and then 2 wins on AVXL and what was it? I'm already drawing a freaking blank. Neo, that's what it was. Some strength here on Veru. Testing that 615. Veru over that daily 200. On the hourly, we're testing the 200. It's just always been a tough one to trade, that Veru. I'll look for a pullback on Veru. Low teens. And then targets on Veru 650 to 680. Yeah, we broke over the 200, so I like it. I do like it. If we can get a pullback risking that 6 spot, I would take smaller size on it. It is a bounce off lows after earnings. I would have liked to pull back this morning, risking the 560 area, 570 area, but unfortunately we're playing it up here. But I do like it. Nice volume. Already 2 million volume today. And we're going to look for a move towards that 650, 680 on the bounce. And we do have that break over the 9 EMA on the daily. Strong support at that 6 level if you look back on the daily. And now we're breaking highs here. Here's 630. You're going to have to scale quickly on this one if you are playing it. It's a really difficult one to trade. Kind of all over the place. Let's see if we can break the 630 and make the move towards that 650 next. Some rejection off 630, which is psychological in the 6 level. So we've got that 646, 650 next, and then 680, just something to watch there. But if you are playing under that 620 spot, just make sure you're scaling and raising stops. And I would raise stops on this to about 610. Anything lower would be a confirmation of rejection off those highs. Yeah, no, I didn't get entry on it either. Just watching it. AVXL starting to show some strength over 1170. Yeah. If we can get strength on that one over 12 again, then I'll look to take some. And to have an edge, I might say strength over 1190 instead, which would help our risk to reward a little bit. So if we see strength over 1190, look for a pullback. I'm going to go ahead and toss up an alert for AVXL. Not for an entry now, but so everybody knows what to be watching for. And here's a move on Veyru, curling back towards that high of day at 630, and here's a new high of day now on Veyru. So if you are playing that, please make sure to scale and raise your stops. Alright, I posted the AVXL alert, so you know what I'm looking for there. Very testing high of day again here. And if it can break that high of day of 634, 635, it should make a move towards 645. And then 650. And we're getting strength on AVXL now. Just need to see it break that 1190 and then I'll take some. And there's 635 now on very new high of day. 636, 637. And if you're in that, make sure you are scaling. I'm not in. I didn't get the entry that I wanted, but if you did, you're getting a nice move so far. 16s to about 637. There's 639. It's making a move towards that 645 now we were just talking about. Some rejection off 640. Looks like it wants to break through the 640 and make the move towards 645. Here's strength on AVXL, 1180s. So we need to see strength there over 1190 for a pullback entry, risking 1170. We're getting there. We might actually have something decent to play from the watch list. And just cut a massive gain for the options folks in that side of the Discord. Just had puts go from $2.30 to $2.80. So at least playing something out there. Some rejection on AVXL. That's why we're looking for that strength above that that 1190 first, which we didn't get. So unless it shows us that strength over 1190, it's not valid. And if you're in value, I'd be raising those stops again to, you know, a fairly tight level in the 620s. Anything below, and I feel like Veru, being how volatile it is, can pretty quickly go back through that 610. Market's still seeing new lows here. And that's why I'm just kind of sitting back and letting things play out. New high of day on Veru, 642. Watch that 645 next we were talking about. Here's 644. So target one hit on Veru. Some nice rejection off that 645. Yeah, I'd be careful leaving half in this so far. I mean, Veru is not one you want to leave a whole lot in on the way up. Especially under 650 here. Pretty key level on the daily. Yeah, see some massive rejection now. We're making a move. And here it comes down lower, pulling down hard. I would have taken 3/4 out up there. Veru is just one of those, it's just like, it's choppy, but at the same time, whenever it picks a direction, it just goes. Which is good and bad. Holy cow, major move to the downside on SPY, and those puts are paying that I alerted for the folks over in the option side. Holy crap. $2.30 to $3.40. So, out of that over there. But what a move. And thankfully, that does allow us to play both sides of the market. And whenever it is slow and red, like today, it gives us something to play. But yeah, unfortunately, small cap wise, slow day. But whenever you look at the pre-market news channel, this is how I would use it. If you see one thing on there that has news, which was only E and SC this morning, which looked like crap. When you see that there's only one setup that has news, one gapper, generally not a good sign for an active day. But what a move here on SPY. And here's the move lower on Veru. I would be careful on Veru if you are in. I would be extremely careful. You're still in an uptrend here, but as soon as it breaks into the downtrend, I've got a feeling it's going to get shorted pretty heavily. It does still have a 24% short float on it as well. And I'm still watching AVXL too, if we can get that strength over 1190. This move on SPY is absolutely nuts. Which, if you looked at the newsletter last night, we were expecting news there. And let's actually see what the news was. Let's see, PMI forecasted 53.3. Actual was 56.5. Yep, that'll do it. That will do it. SPY trying to bounce here off 401.80. Veru curling up trend line support, 630. AVXL still trying to curl here, so if we can see that strength. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that we do see strength on AVXL because I like to play something from the watch list. Veru testing high of day. And there's new high of day now in Veru. If you are in, like I said, I would just be careful. I'd be scaling quickly. Back to 1180s now in AVXL. If we can get that strength 1190, which we're testing here, 1187. Showing relative strength compared to the market. So we're looking for strength over 1190. And then a pullback entry below. It's definitely struggling to hit that 1190 we need to see. But I'll keep a price alert on it, and if it does break that 1190, then we can play it. It's holding that 1170 nicely. Some rejection off 650 on Veru. Some nice selling up there as well, so I'd be careful on Veru again. AVXL trying to curl back towards that 1190. Veru about to break trendline support here, it looks like. Yep, there's trendline support break on Veru. Dan, are you still in that? Hopefully not with half. Okay. I'm gonna pull SHPH back up again. It's still consolidating in this range after open. Let's see what the volume's looking like. Yeah, I would have exited full after you saw that rejection off 650. personally. Because you should have had 644 as risk whenever it broke out to protect yourself from a fake out. $10 million volume on SHPH. So rotators float about twice today so far. Volume leader right now, it looks like, on SHPH. Yeah, that bottom trend line, I don't even know what it's touching. Yeah. Here, I'll draw it. Yeah, but no. Yeah, I would practice with trend lines because that's way off. Because it looks like you just picked a couple random wicks on the chart. Yeah, but even if he did that, I'm using the first set of wicks, the first set of candles there. I'm not using the last red candle. Let's see if TradingView is back working yet. Looks like TradingView is still down. Yeah, I'm not seeing a playable setup on ENSC only because we saw some serious sell-off off that 3 level. Not really a fan of it under 2.7s. Under 2.65s actually. Not to mention the 1 minute. Fairly barcodey. Decent volume, but from a sizing perspective, I don't think I'd really be able to play that. And I wish TradingView would work. I'm trying to look at the chart for SHPH without changing my Weeble setup, and it's just not loading. We're choosing pre-market levels here. We've got 282 support on SHPH. So if we can see strength on SHPH, I would say 2.9s. Look for a pullback entry within range for an ABCD move to, what do we have here? 315. I'm trying to look at the daily, but the daily on my trade ideas is kind of compressed, and I can't load trading view. I mean, massive move down here on Veru, like I said. Yeah, I don't know. Trading view is just not loading for me. It says there's a, oh, here we go. Here we go. I just tried it like 2 minutes ago and it wasn't working, but now it's working. Let's see what we got here on SHPH. Flag set up on the 2 hour. Room to about 310. I'd say 315. $280 support. Target 1 of 302. 303. So we've got 303, 315, and 280. Okay, so we've got, yeah, I don't really know if I'm feeling 292, but we do have 303 to 315. Current volume leader. I don't think there's any news for SHPH though, which is my only concern. Yeah, not seeing any news on SHPH. I'm not going to take any just yet. I'm going to want to see strength here again. 280, I'll say 288. Then look for a pullback entry. Risking 280. Alright, I'm watching this pullback here on SHPH. If we can see strength in like the 287 area, then this would be something to watch in my opinion. Still volume leader. And you've got the flag forming on the hourly here. Trend break on the 15. No, risk is 280, Daniel. Risk 280. Targets are 303 to 315. And targets, like I said, 303 to 315. I'm not in yet. Seeing some rejection. So I need to see strength, 288. Yeah, no, it's the volume leaders. The price action is going to be volatile. I'm not in yet. And as soon as I sent that alert out, it saw a rejection off that 290. So need to wait for confirmation again. BBBY is seeing some serious moves again today. Off that 350 area. Strength again on SHPH here. $373 support on BBBY. Well, we've actually got 390 on BBBY. I'm not looking to play it, just looking at the chart here to see if we can formulate something. But not seeing anything on BBBY. Not a whole lot of range. Only to about 4, and we're already in the 390s up here. Yeah, I got my levels from the 2 hour. And I'm still not in this yet. I want to see a little bit more volume on it. Potentially a decent entry down here in the low 2.8s, but it's just too close to risk. I don't want to get stuck in a rug. Which it's got 11 million shares traded on the day. It's just not trading smoothly. I don't know. I would look for a pullback entry if it can keep this range held up here in the upper 2.8s. If you see a massive rejection candle again, I would not enter. But if we can hold this range up here in the 2.8s, I would look for a pullback entry. I'm in some at 286. Risking 2.8. We're looking for a move to 303. So we need to see a break over 2.9. And I just have smaller size. Smaller size 286. Looking for the break of 2.9. We've got 2x float rotation on it so far, almost 3. Probably 3 by lunch. And I just have, again, like I said, small size 286, and I've got like 2% risk. And here we go, testing 2.9. We're testing 2.9 now on SHPH. Some decent volume coming in here. We need to break that 2.9 and make the move towards 295, the 3. And I'll be scaling pretty quickly here. Need to break this 2.9. Looking really nice on the 1. But we need to see buyers take it over 2.9. Otherwise, we can see some rejection again. Looking nice here on the 5 as well. Testing breakout. And here we go. We're breaking out now 292. And I'm scaling some of the strength up here into volume. So I'm scaling and raising stops here. It's 293. And everybody should be nice and green up here. 294. And we are squeezing nicely now from 286 entry. That is just what we needed right there with some momentum, and we got some. So far 286 to 294, and I scaled a decent amount up there. And now I've got my stops at 286 entry. But really nice trade there. Really, really nice trade there. 286 to 294. Yeah, there was plenty of time for that pullback, Dan. You need to eat some more bananas or something. Or some more coffee is what you need. Maybe about 10 cups of coffee. About 5 bananas. Let's break this 295 now and make that move towards 3. And I do have my stops at entry in case we see a failure. And here's 297. Here's $3. $3 now hit on SHPH. And I'm 3/4 out at 304. Holy cow, guys. So we got 286 to 304 now, and we are squeezing hard. Here's 307, make the move over targets. 315 is next here on SHPH, and here's 309. Wow, guys. And I'm back big green on the day now. Stops are now at $3 for the last quarter. But that was an absolutely massive trade. Massive breakout. We saw it was the volume leader. We waited for that confirmation. And we got a massive move from 286 to 310 so far. Have a quarter left. But that is literally exactly what we needed. And that's an 8% gain so far on pretty much a full position. Let's see if we can hold this 3 spot. I've got stops at 3 for the last quarter of my position, and we're looking for the break of 315. Tons of volume here. Tons of volume. It's already 13 million shares traded now, and like I said, I think this is going to rotate its float 3 times before lunch, and we're actually getting there. Testing that 3 level. Need to see buyers take it over 315. Otherwise, I'll get stopped above entry at 3. So let's see if we can hold this 3, get new buyers to come in, bring it over that 310. Otherwise, I'll be full out. Testing this level here. Need to hold this 3. And I've got to stop directly below. Buyers seem to like it at this 3 level. Some buyers coming back in here on it. I've got stops at 298, hard stops at 298. Which is still 12 cents above my entry. And here we go, buyers coming back in 304. And I'm out now. 298 stopped out. Man, what a trade though. Really, really nice. 286 to about 310. And that'll do it. We just stayed picky all morning. And that's why you do stay picky, is we wait for the right setup to come along. And now I'm back big green on the day after SHPH. Yeah, Dan, I'm still over here coughing from the flu. I need to get on your banana diet. I might get better faster. But yeah, overall about an 8% gain on SHPH. So I'll take it. I'm happy with that. Here's rejection now on SHPH off that second target. So this is actually a decent morning. It turned out to be a good one. It turned out to be a good one. I hope you guys could follow along with SHPH, because I did say whenever I entered that one at 286. So hopefully you guys got a piece of the move at least. And so far, 5 for 6 today. Took that one loss on loop. Or tour, whatever it was. Yeah, tour. I don't know why I'm thinking loop. I don't know why I'm thinking loop. Loop has no volume today. I think we've traded it in the past or something. I don't know. Yeah, but see, that's why you have to trade consistent size, because tour was what, about a 3.5% loss? And then if you take small size on SHPH, it just kind of skews everything, you know? Yeah, but still, even 3.8%, 8% will cover that. Which I did take smaller size on SHPH, but still. Which it's a little bit different because I did have Neo and AVXL, which I had some green from this morning too, so that did help me some. That added about 2 or 3% onto my day with Neo and AVXL. So that definitely probably would have. I mean, if I would have only taken SHPH and Tour, I would probably be break even. So it definitely makes sense. Why did you? What was your entry? Why did you enter there on Neo? I don't understand. Yeah, but I don't see a higher low on Neo in that picture. It looks like you were trying to predict a higher low. Yeah, that's you can't be doing that. You're just trying to catch a falling knife. Yeah, there was no confirmation. It could have easily just kept on going. I mean, there's really only one way you could have traded Neo, and looking at the chart here, I really don't see what you were seeing here. I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna send the 1 minute in the room, and if you look at the 1 minute, you can see that flush below 1313 from the watch list. And the only way this would have been a valid trade is if you. There really was no valid trade, or I would have taken it. But you entered on this backside. You entered on this backside, which I don't see, because you also have the EMA stacked above you as well. You're below VWAP. And you're still in a clear downtrend as well if you look at the overall 5 minute. Yeah, there was nothing in your favor there on Neo. Even whenever I did go under 1313, I didn't take an entry because it was a falling knife. There was no way of knowing that it was going to bounce back up like the way it did. Yeah, you can predict higher lows in a way, but the way that you did it there, you know, not really, not the way. Let me send AVXL. AVXL is a good example. So on AVXL, you know, we were looking for that 1190 break. So that would have formed a higher low. If we would have broken out, you would have grabbed that higher low, and you would have anticipated it, but we would also be risking a level on the chart that we planned for of 1170. Which you can trade confirmation instead of anticipating it too. So say, I don't even have an example from today. Let's see. I don't even know if I have an example. We've hardly touched anything today. Yeah, I don't know of any examples today, but I'll try to draw you something here. Let's see. Put my drawing skills to the test. The only way to really trade a true confirmed higher low so if you see a confirmed higher low like that, you can enter on the break, but you'd have to risk that breakout level. Otherwise, you have to anticipate a higher low, which is what we were doing on AVXL. Great, my phone just died. I gotta run and get my phone charger. And we got about 20 minutes left of the morning session. Let me grab my phone charger. All right. All right, let's see what we can watch. We've got until about 11 or so for the morning session. Got volume on Kirk. Not too bad of a look on Kirk. Only problem is, well, the float's actually kind of small. No, I don't like it. Rejection off that 4-9. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from Kirk. But it looks like gonna go into the lunch on green note. And if you're not, you know, it's not nothing really you could have done differently. I mean, you can always look back and see what you could have done differently, but you know, like I said, I'd be probably break even if it wasn't for Neo and AVXL. But I did trade those, which I know a lot of you guys don't trade pre-market, so if you didn't trade Neo and AVXL, you're probably close to break even. Or small green.